Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Robbins here, coming to you live for a network marketing direct sales tip of the day. As we get started, let's go ahead and get acquainted. Go ahead and shout out below who you are and where you're tuning in from. I would love to welcome you. By the way, I read and respond to all of your comments. If it's your first time watching, click number 1 in the comments below because I would love to warmly welcome you. And don't forget, you can click the share button right now for a virtual viewing party with your team. Share it on a team page or in the inbox with a friend. Remember, as always, those who know, the greater your team will grow. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today about a hot topic, a little bit of a Rockin' Robbins rant, if you will. It's kind of a rare side that you'll get to see of me, but it's something that has really been on my heart as I was sharing these experiences and stories with some other people. I'm going to share it with you. Before I do, as you're introducing yourself, I'm going to introduce myself. Who am I? I am a former kindergarten teacher turned network marketing top leader of a team of over 300,000 distributors. Together, we do over $1 billion in sales just in a year, and I share with you how to build your business in my best-selling book, Good for Any Company, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. You can find it on Amazon, hard copy, Kindle, or audio, read by me. These make great team gifts, by the way. Or if you want bulk discounts for your team for welcome gifts or promotions, you can check it out at sarahrobbins.com. I am also the creator of the Network Marketing University That Works. It's a solid system, and you can check that out at sarahrobbins.com as well, the Rockstar Recruiting University. All right, guys, I'm super excited for today's topic. We are going to be talking about building events to events, and I'm going to tell you how to do it well, how to not be spammy and sound so scammy. This is something that every network marketer needs to know. Because truth be told, in order to build our $1 billion sales team, we built event to event. And I love events because it's a great way to leverage your time and get in front of a lot of people at once. So events were really critical in helping us to build our sales team. Now, thankfully today we have technology that allows us to scale and grow. New markets. The other day you saw me talking about how you must market online if you are targeting millennials, the largest consumer group with more spending power coming up. Not to mention, they do everything online. That's how they communicate. So virtual events are a must. But also too, I want you to be thinking about also leveraging and building new markets, right? The different markets across cities and states, of course, all around the globe too. And I'm going to post a link in the comments right now. If you've not yet joined us, we've got that July 11th masterclass. If you can't make it live, no worries, register. We're selling out super fast. You'll get to rock the replay. So all the details are there. We're going to be doing specific training on virtual events. My sister's going to train specifically on Instagram events. Oh my gosh, that's like the training I wish I would have had. And I will be specifically doing Facebook events and how to get high engagement and crush your conversion rate, getting new customers and consultants. No matter your skill set level, by the way, on social media, you will be surprised at how simple that is. But today I want to talk to you about those events, and in particular, inviting. That is going to help you to increase your viewership and help you to secure more leads for your network marketing business. Anybody else want new leads? Give me a little heart, little thumbs up, little virtual high fives here, because here's the thing. How you invite actually determines the outcome of the event. I think more important than the event itself is how you're inviting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what to do and what not to do. This will work both well for local and virtual events, so you don't seem spammy, because who the heck wants that? And so you don't make this seem so scammy for everybody else. I want to share with you a few fun stories, and then I'm going to give you my tips for what to do and what not to do. Make sure you guys are sharing this with your team, because if your team starts implementing these best practices, you will truly reap the rewards. You will see that it will duplicate and grow overall. So I'm going to tell you stories about face models, friendship circles, and Facebook group drop-ins before I share with you my tips. Face models, friendship circles, and Facebook group drop-ins. Okay, So here's a little bit about what inspired my talk. I was sharing these stories with a friend the other day. My first introduction really to network marketing was back when I was 19, and I was working as a waitress at Applebee's. And I will never forget. Now, first and foremost, I was a pimple-faced teenager. I had acne that kind of spread past my preteen years, unfortunately. But there I was waitressing, and I was so incredibly grateful when a customer came in and complimented how beautiful I was and how beautiful my face was. Now, let me just say, I appreciate that, right? I mean, compliments are a great thing, so I'm not knocking that. But the thing was, she then proceeded to invite me to be a face model. Now, some of you might know where it's going, and if you're in this company, I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying, I want you to think about, the turnaround piece of it, and think about how maybe you could tweak your approach a little bit. So I was invited to be a face model, and here I am, like 19, thinking, oh my gosh, now I'm going to do modeling for a living. Clearly, no. So anyways, I quickly realized through a turn of events and conversations that the table was turned a little bit, and really she didn't want me to be a face model. Really, it was more about direct selling and building your business. And it really left, I'm just going to be honest with you, my own personal experience. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. We see a lot of this too with, network marketers, and I get the whole, online kind of like influencer training and things like that. Don't say what you do. And I'm sitting here going, why not say what we do? I guess I just don't see the issue with that. Now, obviously, if you've got a compliance reason with your company, what have you, I get it. But I'm super proud of what I do. So we'll talk about that in a second too. Then I remember a couple years later being invited to a friendship circle. Now, this was not network marketing, but again, so now I'm going to use a non-network marketing thing as an example for you, because now you'll see, how this can kind of translate into different areas of life. I was invited to a friendship circle, a great way to network and to meet other women. I get in, you guys, and there's hundreds of chairs lined up. I'm embarrassed to tell the story, but it's true. And I'm thinking I'm going there to network with a bunch of women. And I think at that time I was actually brand new in my network marketing company. So I thought, oh yeah, I was. So I thought, oh my gosh, like how amazing is this going to be? I'm going to meet a bunch of women that I can network with and share my network marketing business with. Everybody's lined up, and as soon as the guest speaker starts to speak, I'm like, pit in my stomach, get me out of here. I remember literally, I'll tell you what it was in a minute. I remember looking outside, and the men valeted the cars. I was almost like, did they valet us? So we literally could not get out of here. It was a Ponzi scheme, like one of those, like chainmail things. Like you join and you pay X amount of money, and then the next everybody pays money, and at the end, you're going to be a gazillionaire. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to end up like making the headlines like that our company's top leader and top earner ends up stuck in a Ponzi scheme. You better believe, like my heart was beating, and I got out of there as fast as I could. I went to the nearest Panera Bread. I called my husband. I was like, I don't even know what I was just involved in. I thought I was going to meet a bunch of women. Again, super shady, left a bad taste in my mouth. But when I look at today, and with today's technology, the time, I'm glad you guys are dropping the laughing faces. I'm glad you guys think it's funny. I do all these years later. I did not at the time. But now, how does that translate in today's world, today's time? I feel the same darn way when people are adding me to their Facebook events without inviting me. They drop me into a group, they drop me into a page, they drop me into an event, and I'm like, I never joined this. I don't even know what the heck this is. And y'all think that it's going to make me watch it, but it's not. If anything, I'm going to exit quicker than you ever even added me to that group. Because here's the thing, guys, how we invite is key. So we're going to talk about how not to be spammy and sound so scammy, because quite frankly, man, a rising tide lifts all ship. But some of you are sinking the boat, okay? And it's important for all of us. So we're going to talk about that today. How we invite is key. So I want you to write this down. First and foremost, it's going to be the 3 Ps. Private invite. Number 2 is perks. And number 3 is personal follow-up. If anybody's a note taker and you want to drop that in the comments, that might help. Number 1, private invite. Number 2, perks. And number 3, personal follow-up. So let's talk about that for a second. By the way, click share this on your team pages. They need this training today. We all need this training. Okay, so we don't make the same mistakes. First and foremost, I don't care whether you're doing a live event or a virtual event, but sending a private invitation is so powerful, you guys. So here's the thing. If it's going to be live and in person and maybe even virtual too, go to your nearest Target, put a fun theme on your event, you know, for us, anti-aging, leave the aging to wine and cheese, or little cocktails and conversations. Or if it's the grand opening of your new business, right? Pop the bubbly or come pop the box with me, whatever the case may be. Make it fun and inviting, but invite people. Here's the thing. When I get added to Facebook events, I rarely go and rarely even know. I don't even check that section anymore. Things are too busy. But when somebody sends me an actual invitation, it's not old school. It's good manners, guys. That gets prioritized. In fact, here's how old school I am. I've got my planner. Anybody else use an actual planner? I don't do anything digital. It goes in my planner. It shows that I'm important to them. It shows that they really want me there. So if it's going to be virtual, and by the way, I'm going to drop the link again in the comments right now for virtual events training. You better sign up fast because we're almost sold out. We're going to go Facebook and Instagram events. But if it's going to be virtual, same thing. Don't drop me into a group, okay? Send me an actual personal invitation. So the best way that you can do that for a virtual event is leveraging the voice memo function. So if you're going to be on Facebook or even text message nowadays, guys, actually send them a voice memo and let them hear your voice. And if you've not talked to them for a while, you better take some time to reconnect and follow up. So as I'm talking to people, I might, you know, establish the reconnection and say, you know, your kids are so adorable. I've been watching your family grow for quite some time on Facebook. How are you? And go back and forth and have a conversation. Don't be an alien. But then people don't have a problem if you have an agenda. They have a problem if you have a hidden agenda. So say, I'm reaching out to you for a reason today. I'm reaching out to you for a reason today. Let them know, hey, I'm building a business in your area in New York. My business is expanding there. Have you heard of X, Y, and Z company before? You're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to actually say my company name? Yes, otherwise you sound like a spammy scamster, okay? So I say, have you heard of X, Y, and Z company before, my company? Because I want to see what they're going to say back. And I have great expectations that they're going to say great things. Otherwise, why am I doing this, right? And so I see what they say because it creates a nice bridge for a conversation. And I'll say, you know, I was hoping that, you know, I could treat you to coffee or invite you to an upcoming event where you could learn more. And I'd be happy to treat you to, you know, some samples as a thank you. Personal invitation is key, okay? Second thing is, just like I said, offer perks. Offer perks. So if you've got some freebies, a little sample for, you know, to share to say thanks. And if you don't, then what about like a little Starbucks e-card that you can email them afterward to say, thanks for keeping my business brewing. You're a star. Here's some bucks. Something fun like that to say, thanks a latte. Oh, I'm a kindergarten teacher. I could go on and on. But give them some perks just for their viewership, just for their attendance. And then the third thing to really crush your conversion rate is personal follow-up. Now, before the event, to actually keep from the last minute cancellations from happening, and after the event as well. So before the event, you guys, I'm almost done. Give me a couple more minutes. That's it. Before the event, literally to say, hey, you know, if it's an actual event, I'm going to the store. I want to get your favorite wine. I'm taking a head count. What do you like, red or white? You know, or if it's cheese, whatever it is, right? And before the virtual event, making sure that they understand that they have to, you know, how to get on, and, you know, that they get on okay, that you're in communication throughout the event with a quick little text message. It keeps people from canceling last minute, those last minute dropouts. And after the event, following up as well. That's going to really help you with your conversion rate. Here's what not to do. Guys, whatever you do, don't drop people into groups. Facebook doesn't like that. That's why now they are making people accept the request. That's why for Instagram, they can't join your virtual event unless they click follow and actually follow your page. So don't spam people and drop them in. Personal invitations are key. And the second thing is stop with the copy paste message. I get them all the time. And I'm like, who is this person and where's my friend? Like, I'm talking to them online and it's normal conversation. All of a sudden I get 50 paragraphs worth of stuff and I'm like, oh dear. And I know people's heart are in the right place, but guys, no more copy paste messages. That personal invite is key. And guys, if you really want to know how to 10x your virtual events, like how do I actually create an Instagram event from the setup to the beautiful, beautiful aesthetics that Instagram really requires to be effective, you know, the actual page and to get those little, you know, images set up, how to do the event and do a live video, which will be powerful. For Facebook, the biggest thing is how to get engagement, you guys. That's going to be critical. Most of you guys are doing these copy paste, you know, post events. Oh, no offense, but those are so boring. That's why I never did them for so long. So if you want to know how to actually create an engaging event that people enjoy, full of fun, giveaways, and get people to actually sign up after you work so hard to do that presentation, guys, that's going to be what it takes to scale and to build the millennial market who's all online, but also globally and all around the country as well. I'm going to post the link right now. And for those of you who want to join us, it's going to be an incredible event. We are doing this virtual training on July 11th. And if you can't make it live, don't worry, you can rock a replay. My sister has built 2 successful 6-figure businesses on Instagram, no paid advertising dollars, and she is a whiz. She is one of the top millennial network marketing leaders in the world right now. You're going to be able to hear from her on Instagram events. I'm going to be teaching you how to crush Facebook events, because here's the thing, you cannot leave out Facebook because there's so many people today. You're watching this on Facebook right now who Facebook is, because of their, you know, generation, their target place to go as well. So we're going to be teaching you guys on this. And if you've registered for it already, shout out below. All right, guys, please tell me, shout out what your takeaways are. I would love to hear from you. I read all of your comments. If you enjoyed today's training, drop me some love. And don't forget, click the share buttons on your team pages too, because remember, as always, a rising tide lifts all ships. The more who know, the greater your team will grow. All right, see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. God bless. Goodbye for now. Make sure you like our page. All right, goodbye, guys. Rock on, rock stars.